Hey, welcome back everyone. How we all doing today? Let's check it out. Got some new cold steel product to check out. I was the sweepstakes winner in one of the videos and the giveaway. So here we go. So, what did I win from the Cold Steel YouTube channel? We have the actual Kukri Plus 52-100 steel. I may have to double check that. So it has a black coating on it. I took some of that off to sharpen the spine. My knives have to be capable of processing tinder, and the sharp spine is for shaving fat wood. Let's do that right now. Of all the knives I could have hoped to win, this one is it. Kukri Plus, probably my favorite large knife from Cold Steel. Just look at them shavings off of that spine. I lucked out on that spine. Sometimes you can get a spine to turn out. Sometimes you can't. Some of that has to do with, did they get the heat treatment just right? We'll be putting this one to the test. This Kukri. Get your stone across the spine of your knife like that. If it really bites into your skin when you do that, almost like a cutting edge, you got a nice spine to work with. Let's get this done. Oh, that really bites into that ferro rod. Wow. She's gonna throw a spark. That's Ponderosa pine from the east side of North Dakota. Let's see if we can make that work. I don't want this video to go too long. Let's get a move on it. There we go. I'll hold back a little bit. Try not to smother out my flame. There we are. Looks like I got her lit. Let me save some time and pause out here. I'll just maybe leave that door cracked on the Kimberly Gen X right there. All right, let me pause out. I'll tell you if I failed to light it. And I believe I have it. We'll check back a couple more minutes from now. Okay, so what do I have here? Supposedly, yes, the Kukri Plus, just like my old Kukri Plus. And I had two of these Kukri Pluses right here. Talking maybe 2010 model, somewhere around 2010, 2012. Back then they were an SK5 high carbon steel, and they've switched steels on various models throughout the years, you know, trying to make them better. And anyway, so I just looked up my note, and yes, this is 52-100 supposed to be, and then I googled it, and it looks like yeah, the 52-100, the only way to tell that you're getting a 52. Supposed to be a special edition of some kind, I believe. That's what they tell me. Now, I don't know what Blue Ridge Knives is. Are they just a distributor? Do they actually make their stuff? But that's who handled the 52-100 model, from what my research tells me. And this Kukri right here is the actual Kukri. So yes, I personally made contact with Stick, and he sent me all of this. He sent me the Kukri plus a couple of caps and a couple of shirts. So shout out to Stick and T at Cold Steel there. They're doing the videos. And it makes it that much more valuable to me to know that this is the actual Kukri that they used in the video. And of course, I looked for some scars and some marks on it, and definitely, yep, it had some scars and some marks, which is a good thing because that actually proves that, they're not going to lie about that. Yeah, this is the video that they actually, the Kukri they actually used in the video. There's some scuff marks there on the handle. I did see Stick throw this Kukri in the video, and that's the kind of stuff that happens in throwing. Now, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen because of a bad throw or something. That's just the nature of throwing. Sometimes you got to dial them in. I'm guessing maybe it didn't stick in the target well enough. That's just throwing. World champion knife throwers can show you bad throws that happen every once in a while. I don't know if I'll ever achieve the level of throwing that Stick does. I mean, you go check out his videos, man. They both T and Stick, they can throw. They'll throw a lot better than I'll ever hope to. Their work is world class. Anyway, like I said, I polished the spine a little bit, so I got a good sharp spine to scrape for tinder building. You saw me do it there. There was a little bit of a nick in the cutting edge, so that also proves that this is the knife that they were cutting with. There was some marks in the finish. So yeah, this is the Kukri that they used in the video. I'll put that video in my community post so that you can watch it. So yeah, this was kind of exciting. I was a Cold Steel fan starting about 2008. And then 2009, I really started ordering stuff. So I own a lot of Cold Steel knives and swords. And a few of them have failed. I tested a few models to destruction. Leather neck. I had a leather neck marine knife, and that was 4116 stainless that chipped out on me. Just using them too hard for what they were meant for. But no, Cold Steel still has some world-class models that will absolutely not fail you. Although there is some issue with some of the models out there. Quality is suffering from what I can see anyway. I can't prove it myself because I don't own any new stock other than this Kukri right here, which I will be testing this hard. Not intending to destroy it by any means, but I will definitely be splitting a lot of firewood with this. You're going to see this working hard probably for at least a year or two, as long as I'm here on this channel. You'll see it at work. And yeah, both of the models they're identical in shape and weight and everything. Just that this is one of the newest models right here, and I believe it was, from what they're telling me, it was a limited edition in that particular steel, and this is the only one right now that has the black coating. The other ones, they're making these non-coated ones. They're making them in steels that I do not trust the one steel, and I don't like the sound of the other one. Any kind of a stainless steel, nope, I don't want it. But like I said, this is SK5 high carbon. I did a mustard patina on this probably 3 years ago. This is my good old original SK5, and it has never failed me. And I have torture tested this Kukri that I own. And like I said, I did have 2 of these. I sold one of them. So there you have it. It's now time to put this one to work and test it out. We'll go outside. We'll baton split some more firewood. For that stove, you just saw the new Kukri actually build a fire. It did all the tinder processing. It did the scraping. It did all that. And yeah, I'm very happy with the way that spine turned out. You know, all I really need is, 2 to 3 inches of spine that's really sharp, like I just showed you there. Okay, as long as we're doing the armchair review, I forgot to talk about cold steel, kind of a cold steel exclusive only. Well, yeah, a lot of other companies do this type of sheath too, but these were the first sheaths like this that I ever experienced from Cold Steel. They called them Securex. They're molded perfectly to the hilt of the knife, so they snap into the sheath. And also, they always include a nice belt loop that will strap onto anything. You can absolutely you can unsnap that belt loop, and then you can snap it over anything, your backpack, the seat of your truck or pickup or anything. Just use your imagination. So I was a big fan of the Securex sheath the very first time I experienced one. They're my favorite sheath. And like you saw on my other model, quite often I will lace my Leatherman pouch, or just any old little pouch that I can put a little bit of a fire kit, a ferro rod, and my multi-tool in. And then I've got a complete knife kit. So I really do love the sheaths that Cold Steel uses. So yeah, we got that out of the way. Okay, let's go split some firewood. Okay, let's get right to it. So 12 inches of blade. It's about how much log we're going with there. I always run a lanyard on a knife like this. It's that easy, just like that. So now I'm going left-handed, right over the top of your hand. 12-inch blade is usually exactly what I want for batoning firewood. Effortless. That's what a kukri does. It's basically a hand axe. Now for my tiny wood stoves, this is actually large firewood. Now I'm going a lot thinner than I need to. Well, sometimes I actually need to because I need stuff like this to be kindling. That's what a kukri does. It splits, it chops. This is ash, eastern North Dakota ash. This is tough stuff. That's really tough on a blade. You can see the offset right there. It's going through knots. Sometimes the blade will actually bend when you do this. It does have a bit of a ring to it. I like that. I like that. A very, very mild tip test. I don't like to do those. They're not fair. I have no intentions of destroying this knife. We could drill with it. That's what I would usually use a point. That's the hardest I would ever use a point. No problem right there. Okay. That's kind of done sometimes. Like that. No bending. Everything's fine. If I was going to chip out the edge, that split should have done it. Should have chipped her out. If there was a quality issue, we should have found it already. But, like I say, sometimes that takes a year or two to find. Okay, let me bring you in and we'll flex that blade a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to flex that blade a little bit. It's definitely springy. It's got a bit of spring to it. These KX handles, they have a reputation for getting a little bit loose. We'll have to see what happens in the future. It was never really a deal breaker for me. I just accepted it as, there's no way that's coming off of there. That pin goes all the way through the tang. No, they're not true full tang. They don't need to be. They got a tough enough tang, I can assure you. I've had these models apart before. There's enough tang there. Nothing to worry about there. As long as there wasn't, a heat treat that went bad or something like that, because that has happened with some cold steel knives. Usually, though, you're pretty safe. You can almost never go wrong with a Trailmaster or a Kukri or a similar model from Cold Steel. Okay? That's what I like about that guard. It's supposed to be kind of a parrying guard thing, you know, but it keeps my hands off of the chopping block in some situations. It's a very practical piece of metal to have there, and it does keep your hands. It's much more safe. Not that you'd ever slide onto this blade anyway. These blades absolutely can be used for thrusting, no question about it. They're an all-around knife that can do just about anything you could imagine. Okay, they're a fantastic model. Like I said, if I was going to win one large knife from Cold Steel, that's it right there. I can't believe how lucky I got. I'm really happy that I got that right there. We'll keep on testing it. Okay, it's holding up really good. Handle is still tight. Let me do a little bit of chopping on that branch there. Chop up some kindling. Okay, there we are. Let's do one chop there. And I gotta wrap this up. There we go. Okay, that's what a kukri is for. Fantastic, fantastic tool. Shelter building, firewood, self-defense, of course, right? One of the best. Kukri Plus by Cold Steel. So I now have two of these, and I still have my Royal Kukri machete. We'll do a complete test of all three of them someday in a future video. Until next time, Dead Wolf out for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon on the next one. We'll have this kind of fun. Until then, take care. Thanks for watching.